Okay, people, welcome back. Some people are back, some people are probably trying to find else. And it's okay, it's normal because here is different than discussing. We discuss every day, but yeah, sometimes we're gonna have different things, different topics. It won't be very frequent, maybe just once in a month, but probably I will add different things also. But this one will be something that we will be doing every month. That was the plan, and I hope we can stick to the plan. And yeah, and what's the purpose? Let's introduce the purpose again. There are many people we see, we listen them, maybe here while streaming, discussing, or sometimes we when we're not streaming, we face with a lot of problems that people have. And and those people sometimes they're not able to find people to talk to. They have a lot of problems. And we start from atheist people because I'm an atheist and I see many atheist people struggling with many problems. And in their societies, they're having a lot of problems. And that doesn't end there. Not only atheist people, believers like who are at the edge of conversion, or maybe just some people have doubts, or or they're believers like in minor sects. They're discriminated also. They're also having a lot of problems. They are being, you know, discriminated heavily, even being called, hey, yeah, you are not a believer. You are, serving to Satan, or a lot of accusations that you can imagine. And sure, LGBTQ friends that like they're also having huge problems. And mm, and there are also ideologies that I cannot even name all of it. But imagine anything. If you are the minority, it doesn't matter even to be the minority. But when you're struggling, if you're struggling, and if you feel that you're alone, most likely you're not. And that's the purpose, to show people that you're not alone, and you can find people, similar people, you can exchange your experience or solutions. There are many people, they're good at solving problems. We can find those people, we can just exchange experience. That will be the purpose. And well, what we want is just, having people to talk about, their problems. That's all. That's the purpose. And I hope no one comes. Why I'm saying that, that means there's no one having problems. I hope that's the case. But anyway, so I only speak a modest amount of Spanish. I use Spanish greeting because it triggers those xenophobes. Okay. I think I speak better Spanish than you speak, Okeanos. But so it's becoming so rusty because I'm not practicing for a long time. And I don't know, I don't see much use in it. But sometimes I'm having the idea to, polish the languages that I know. Not Polish. I don't know Polish, but I mean the ones that I know. Maybe in the future, like we can just have multiple multi-language discussions, like choose your language and debate. Maybe this concept can be interesting, but till that time I should find really good apps which simultaneously translates things, because come on, like if we speak in Russian here, many people won't understand. So let's hope. Maybe even it's doable right now, but no, my Spanish is not good for discussions. I cannot do it in Spanish. So yeah, and yeah, Polish or Polish. Ah, it's Polish. Frank, thank you so much, Frank. What would these non-natives would do without you? Yeah, He's one of the best educators in English here in Free for Talk. Um, if someone is joining, wants to join, we can. Let me share the Free for Talk link. But if people are not comfortable with Free for Talk, I'm gonna I'm gonna share a link of Restream. Restream is the platform that I do the streaming. But if you don't like that link, also, sorry, I cannot help you more. No mics. I think I'm audible on YouTube right now. I still see. Oh, if you guys speak, it's audible. You should know that. Still, my. I forgot that. Sorry, sorry. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. Yeah. Now people have the mics. Yeah, yeah. We can start here, and I believe Volk has a lot of things to say also. But ladies first, Julie, you can share your opinions. Mi español es muy malo. Okay, Volk. Volk. I understand. Not, I don't understand why it's bad, but the Spanish, yeah, where it comes, I understand it. Yeah, who's first? Julie?
Hey, Phil.
Hey, Julie, like, what about you? Like, you're having struggles being an atheist in your society?
Well, yeah, a little bit because Latin America it's pretty Catholic,
Mm-hmm.
but people don't really question things, so they tend to see atheists as a little bit weird, I would say, untrustful.
Okay.
But I think that it's getting better because I see a lot more people who are atheists lately. So it hasn't been as discriminatory as it used to be, and especially in the last generations. I feel like in my family there used to be very small amount of atheists, but now most of my younger cousins they are atheists, and I think I might have to do something with it. but but there's a lot more acceptance, uh, so that gives me a little bit of hope. Also, I think that it has to do with the weakening of the Catholic Church. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. Okay. And do you have any advices for people?
Advice. Well, look for communities of people who are who feel the same way that you do. Don't challenge in spaces that are not safe because that also happens sometimes. Especially, there's groups that are a little bit radical, and it can get pretty bad when they get on when you get on their bad side.
Yeah,
But
like
mostly,
you can use
yeah,
your feelings, right? Like if you feel uncomfortable, maybe you should be more careful. And then if it keeps like that, that means there's something wrong, most likely. And
yeah, yeah,
yeah, like just because you found a community that doesn't mean it's gonna help you. Just be
yeah. That's
careful
right.
because we are talking about the people who are already having problems, and those people are mostly vulnerable. They don't just jump into. Just try to check the depth of the water with your feet. If it's okay, yeah, try to just walk on it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Also, I feel like sometimes when you're adrift, when you have just lost your community and you're looking for something else, you kind of get a little bit of desperation for looking for that thing that is missing, and that makes you especially vulnerable to certain groups that can have certain harmful ideologies that you know are not great for following. I'm sorry, I'm not being called. I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, Volk. Like you should check the stream first. If you don't have any idea, but I already explained the purpose of the stream right now.
Yeah.
And I believe you have things to say. And now,
No, I don't want to get into my troubles, that's for sure. But uh, no, I'm around a lot of believers. I agree with Julie. You need to you know you it's you can't treat every conversation like it's a call-in show. You know, um, so I try and pick and choose my battles, so to speak. I am around a lot of believers right now, and they are, some of them are pretty rabid, some of them aren't. And sometimes you do feel like you're alone, and because sometimes you are. Most people that aren't believers probably are not as invested in this stuff as us ex-believers are, um, which makes it a little harder, I think. But we just we need to stick together as much as possible, and even just doing the stream is a huge help. It here's a little bit of community right here. So yeah, thanks for doing the stream. And my advice is just stay safe, and 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 also try and give each person a fair shake. I've met a lot. I say it often. I've met a lot of good religious people. There are a lot of good believers that I know and that I'm happy to know and spend time with, actually, who know how I feel and know how I believe and don't agree with me. There are a few that do accept me, and I find most of them to be pretty genuine. So anyway, um, but mostly, I use the term few and many. I would say in my circle of folks right now, it's probably about 75% believers. So yeah, you can feel alone. Anyway, that's about it. Is that enough for now?
sure, sure, sure. Like, it doesn't have to be too long. It could be. It was all
I don't want to
up
go.
to you.
I don't want to go on. I don't want to
Okay.
go on. I'm glad you're doing this. That's all. It's just
No
nice to be
pressure.
here with, you know.
Yeah, no pressure. So, and it's good to mention, yeah, like there are good sides and bad sides in every community. Like we cannot generalize anything. There are good people in atheism. There are shitty people in atheism. There are good people in religions, and there are assholes also. And it's the same
Right.
for anything. When humans are included, that there's just good people and bad people. It doesn't matter what they believe, what they don't believe, what they support. It's not connected to that. It's only about being human. And but I want to share my experience again. Like, I mean, the one that just I'm here learning on YouTube. So far, I learned that there are many these people, and they know each other. Like, well, some of them, they know each other for a long time, and it's just they keep chatting in the live chat and in every live stream. And even this is a community. Like, I don't think they are feeling that alone. I'm sure like they have their own struggles, and but at least they find people like themselves, and they share things, and they make friendships also. And that's good. Like when I see people there together, and I say, okay, wow, that's cool. YouTube is big, but not that big. And we have those struggles. There's some of them I want to mention about the believer side problems. So the people who are having doubts, this is also problematic when they share their doubts. They are getting discriminated or even bullied. Oh, what can I say? I mean, don't share things when you don't know the people around you. You don't you don't know how they're gonna react. So if you think they're gonna react in a bad way, maybe you should keep it for yourself. And if there's more pressure in your society, you should be even more careful. And but if hiding that is also causing struggles for you, then the best thing is just finding different places for yourself. I think that's the best that you can do. It's hard to change a lot of people. If you are the minority, it will be so hard to change other people, and probably you're not going to change many people, or maybe none of them. So sometimes it's better to move. And I see there are even dangerous places for some Muslims, and they are so confident about what they think or the way that they are, and they are really okay to share that, but they're ignoring their environment, and that can be dangerous. As I said earlier, if you want to do that, you should be sure that like there won't be that much reaction, or you can handle that reaction. Sometimes people are getting really really bad consequences. And LGBTQ topic, I'm really really not experienced about the topic. um I wish we had some people who could share their experience here, and might be also giving advices how to deal with some specific problems. And I wish, yeah.
I saw that Dark Gently was there. Maybe he
Oh,
will. That would be
okay.
cool.
Dart gently. Oh, why dart gently?
He's a. I am not sure if I should say it. Maybe he's not comfortable with.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. But like, if you have an environment where there are people in about the topic, so maybe if you have the experience, maybe like Walk has friends, right? He keeps mentioning. And
Well, I'm gay.
oh, oh wow, that's new. Okay,
Cool.
Yeah,
cool.
you didn't know
And
that?
no, I didn't know that. Like, I don't care. You
Yeah.
know that, pal. I
Yeah,
don't
No,
you
I
care.
don't.
don't.
Yeah, I don't think you
Yeah,
care.
I see two things, as I said, like good and bad. That's all to me. That's how I proceed. So, and uh, there are things that
Oh,
you
by
want
the
to
way,
share.
can I just say, Darth gently said it's fine. So he's a trans male.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Look, well, everyone is welcome here. We can
No,
start
that's
from
great.
pal. And yeah, like advices, problems. You can share, pal, if you're comfortable.
Oh well, I don't even know where I would begin. I mean, I think that some people. I think there's really like all the arguments like against like homosexuality are just really terrible. And unfortunately, like I don't think a lot of people just like kind of dissect them. And I really wish that they would. Uh, but unfortunately, they don't. So I think a lot of people kind of live with even people who are gay. I think a lot of people live with like this idea that there's something wrong with me because I'm gay or something like that. And it causes a lot of problems for them. I've known I've been gay since I've been like 13 or 4, 12, 13, 14. I don't know. That's about the same time I stopped believing in God. So for me, I don't have those types of issues that other people have. And I just hate there's just so much like bigotry that is used against us. And I think that right now we're kind of going in our society. There was this widespread acceptance, and now we're kind of uh, going back the other way, which is really unfortunate. Did I lose everybody?
No, 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 no,
No,
no.
no,
Just I
no.
pick.
There was no need to comment on my part, but I heard you.
I heard you too, and I definitely agreed with your last part. And what's going on in my country, especially since the last election cycle or during the last election cycle, was when the anti-trans stuff really popped up with the right wingers over here in this country. It was horrible, and it's going to take years to recover from that stuff. Really.
Yeah, I think that I don't know. There's just a lot of really, I don't know, just really ridiculous things people put out there, and it's used against us a lot of times. Um, and it has a lot. I mean, a lot to do with you'll hear nowadays people say, "Oh, the reason why we have all these problems in the world is because people don't believe in God anymore." You know, that's just such a juvenile like way to look at things. Um, like like in the U.S., the crime rate has been falling since the 1950s, and you can make comparisons between like societies in the U.S. who are very religious versus ones that aren't, and the ones that aren't are just better places to live. So there's just all this like really ridiculous stuff, and a lot of people agree with it, and it's really disappointing.
I agree. It is disappointing. And I keep waiting for people to snap out of it, and it's just I run across person after person after person who just doesn't want to get it. They don't want to think critically. They don't want to question their own beliefs, and they want to accept all this kind of bigoted garbage that ultimately flows out of their book, their holy book. And it's just amplified through pulpits and word of mouth and this type of thing. It's not fun right now in this country to be gay. That's for sure. I mean, I'm not, but I'm just saying, yeah, it's bad right now.
There's just and you could just see it. There's just a lot of really mean spirited people who are just really disgusting views, but they believe in Jesus, or they believe in the Quran, and they admit, and people say all this stuff, and it's like they're just pieces of garbage, like they're just degenerates, you know, and the people they support are degenerates, and that somehow because they believe in God, oh, they're just better people or something like that, or they have some sort of moral high ground. It's just
Yeah,
outrageous.
right. Makes me sick too. Yeah,
Like a lot of people talk about, one of the things that they'll talk about is like traditions, um, that we have to move back to this tradition, where you have this mom and dad, and you have this family, and people need to have more kids or whatever. And I could totally agree that we, you know, need to make sure our, people that are in families have, good reasons to stay together. And, if I think family's very important or whatever. But then the people that they elect are just total degenerates, or the people they support, are just people that get married constantly, or the type of people that, oh, this poor pigeon, the type of people that, are womenizers, pay for prostitutes, like Elon Musk is like one of these dudes. What's that dude, that boxer that became a Muslim? Uh,
Muhammad Ali.
no, 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 that the British guy, the British or Irish guy, that bald guy who's like doing the manosphere stuff.
Andrew Tate.
Andrew Tate, there you go. Like they're just total degenerates, right? And that we're supposed to hold these people up as some sort of good example, It's just crazy. Like Musk as an example, like he's had like he's had children with like 13 different women, you know, and that's who we're supposed to hold up as like some sort of like representative of Western traditional values. What a joke.
get no argument from me on that. That's for sure.
Okay, we have new people. If you have enough English and if you read the welcome message, I believe you can understand the concept here. And you should know that we're live on YouTube. You can see the link on my profile. So, yep.
And I'm going to get my my coffee, so I'll be MIA for a
Okay.
few.
I wish I was preparing some tea also. We have Momo, and we have Muhammad Noor Alam, and Alex. So, Frank, what about like the people that you know? Like, do you see people who are struggling or struggled before?
No,
No.
no. I have a limited circle of friends.
Uh
I
huh.
have a wider circle of family in the area where I live, and no religion. None of them feel that religion is important enough to talk about it. I think most uh, do not attend religious services of any kind. And I would say that most are probably non believers. Uh, but people where I live in my city don't, go around making a big deal about religion or try to preach to you if they find out you don't believe. They let you live the way you wish. I think there's a lot of tolerance.
Nice to hear that, Frank. You're so lucky.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe I am.
Yeah.
I can't say that's true for the whole country. You certainly, and if I was in a rural area where uh, people know each other more closely, I might find some people who don't approve of my beliefs or my lack of belief. However, they won't make a big deal about it.
Um,
There is no social punishment, in other words.
yeah. Okay. So things are clear if you look at the thumbnail or if you look at just the screen. And we have the ticker. It explains at least more clearly what we're doing here. So anyone wants to share their experience, we are here to listen. No judgment, just listening. Because I believe some people feel better when they just talk about their problems. And it's not only that, uh, we claim that you're not alone. If you feel alone, yes, there's a feeling, we understand that, but there are people like you also. And people might gather around, like on these platforms, on different platforms, in real, there are communities out there. And yeah, but if you're just sitting in your home, just scrolling, that might never come to you readily. Maybe just this one, this stream can come to you. But yeah, rather than that, that's hard. You should do also things to solve your own problems. And yeah, knowing that there are other people too, I think it boosts something, I believe. That would be boring if there is no internet and I'm fucking atheist. It's boring. There are not many atheist people around me. I mean, there are people, but not many. But here on YouTube, look, like there are many friends, like from different countries, like different ideologies. And yep, we share things and we don't share a lot of things too. But we communicate, we understand each other, and their existence is just support. I feel happy when I see Frank here, Vogue, and the other people. Even that thing is blessing from God. No, 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 I'm joking, not God. So yeah, people, we will be waiting Oh,
Maybe Salient has
Okay.
something to share.
Salient. Yeah, Salient. This is the new concept that we have. This is the second one, right? The second one.
Phil, I wanted to put my 5 cents, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go
Can
on.
you hear me? No?
You're
Something
audible.
has changed really. You're so peaceful. You're so peaceful today. Something has changed.
Okay.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed, really.
Okay.
Yeah, can you
You're not
explain
arguing.
like
You're not arguing. The first time that I see that you're not
Yeah,
arguing.
the purpose is listening,
with other
Alex.
people.
When the purpose is listening, we're
I got it. I
listening.
got it.
When the purpose is discussion, we're discussing. So hey, Salian, like I think you read the welcome message. Ah, you're not able to speak. Okay,
Yeah.
no problem. So we're having the talk right now on Free for Talk. It's the platform that I do my discussions. So the link is pinned up there in the chat box. You can use the link. If you want to join Restream, which is the platform for streaming, that's also a place where we can have the talk. Yeah, if you need that one, I can share it. So, what about Muhammad? Hey, Muhammad. Muhammad? Most likely a Muslim friend, but the picture is kind of confusing me. Maybe he's someone has doubts about religion and having some struggles. Hi, Muhammad. Welcome.
I think that Salient was about to say something. He unmuted.
Really? He said it's 1 a.m. in his country, so maybe he meant he cannot speak, or maybe.
I thought we were all from India.
Huh? No, not me. Hear me out. I accept that as a question, pal.
I'm from Bosnia, take me to America. I really want to show liberty. I can no longer wait. Take me to United States. Take me to holidays.
Yeah, you're gonna take me United States, pal. Denzel Washington has problems, maybe. We can listen to those problems. Doesn't matter who's the person. Actors, actresses.
They have problems too.
Who was saying that?
Hey, I was just saying that actors have problems too.
Sure, yeah. Um, mm, 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 mm. So, the chat box, still there's some heat there on YouTube.
What, on YouTube?
Yeah, that I don't want to involve that much. I mean, the chat box. But yeah, like this is not for discussion. At least the stream. But yeah, live chat is a different world.
Start a new stream on YouTube as well?
Yeah, that's the new stream. Yeah.
Let's see, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, everything is clear as you see on the screen, people. But for the people who are not able to see the screen, our concept is feeling alone. And if you are a believer in doubt, or if you're trying to convert to another religion, or if you are thinking about being an atheist and you're having some stress about that or problems because of your environment, you can join to talk about those problems. Help is not promised because I think talking part is the help already. But if you don't think it's going to help you, sure, don't call. But there are people here that they're also experienced about many topics. They might have some suggestions that might be helpful. And yeah, and uncommon fates, it's like, like small sects in big religions, they're also discriminated sometimes, mostly even. And those problems problems are also big for people. You can share the problems. And atheists are having problems in religious countries. And when the religiosity is higher, then the problems are bigger. And sometimes there are really violent consequences, even. So yeah, those problems we share. Like while we're discussing, we touch on those problems too. When we discuss morality, still we talk about those problems.
One thing maybe I could address that I hope you can hear me fine, that I kind of have a problem with.
Yep.
Um, the way that like these religious people, they sort of like for a believer, they sort of like ram this idea and over again that if you don't believe in God, that you won't have any purpose, or you won't have any like guardrail, any rail from keeping you from doing really terrible things. And I think that that does a really terrible disservice to like a believer who's having doubts. It must be such, I think for a lot of people, it must be torture that they, they kind of think this stuff is kind of strange, it's not real or whatever, but they've been told over and over and over again their entire lives that if they don't believe or that if they have doubts that they're terrible people or they won't have that meaning or purpose.
Yeah, that's a good point, pal. Like that keeps them in the circle, but when they're out of the circle, then like the indoctrination doesn't end. They're like they have been indoctrinated in that way, and they say, okay, now this is the case, and it can even bring more terrible outcomes. But that's not the case, people who are listening here, believers especially. The purpose given to you through your religion, and we people, we have really huge suspicion that those religions are made by humans. So whatever you're told are just coming from other people, and that doesn't mean what they claim is true. So the way that you behave, it doesn't only depend your religion. Like you learn things from your culture, the people. Yeah, they are fed by the religion, but doing good things, you shouldn't abandon that. Like even if you're not a believer anymore, you can be the same person, or maybe even better without a religion too. Or in the religion, you can just think about those extreme sides, and you can. By the way, believers are just doing that already. I see like it's forming, is changing. They're becoming less harsh, but in some regions it's going in the opposite way. That there are also such examples too. But the good thing is like yeah, we see the change, and when the change is good, yeah, that's good. Like even if it's in religions, it's good. Like, and there are many good people. Yeah, we had here thousands of people that we debated, and they're civil. They're good people, and we find them everywhere. Not in religions. They're really good atheist people. There are some atheist people. They do charity more than believers. You cannot. You cannot. Okay. Did we kick that person? Yeah.
Who was it?
The Yasin Khan. Oh, he just left. Anyway, yeah, some troll problems we have. So, and yeah, and we find those people here also, here on YouTube. And whatever you're seeking for, you should be careful also. When we are suggesting to find communities, find people the way that you think or the way that you behave. And you should be cautious also because you don't know the people too. It takes time sometimes, like really, really, it takes time to understand the people, to know the people. But we see the possibility also. That's how we are here. That's how, like, these people. Let me share the screen here. These are our fellow atheist people. Yeah, we speak for a long time. And people are supporting each other. And we see the same in every ideology. Believers do the same. Other people do the same. And yeah, we want to increase that by telling people, no, you're not alone. Your problems are not unique. All people have their own problems, but they have similar problems. We are human when we have human problems. And unfortunately, not all of them are solvable. Some of them, it requires a lot of effort. And yeah, when that's the case, yeah, we feel sorry about that. But having hope is not always bad, but like not pure hope. We should work on it. We should try for it. Uh, okay, Frank. Thanks for joining, Frank.
So how would you recommend people work on that?
Which one exactly?
You said that having hope, something that you work on.
Okay, like having the hope, like think things are like not everything is impossible, Julie. So hoping for the good, but is not bad. But just hoping doesn't change the things, you know. Maybe the positivity can boost your uh, psychology, but not enough. So you, you should try to get support. If it's about your psychology, just you should go the relevant places. And if it's health, okay, there are places for that. And yeah, but you know, like many of them are the things that we cannot help. What we offer here is just speaking and trying to understand people. We have Amr Hussein. Denzel is not speaking. Muhammad is not speaking too. So
No one's joining from YouTube.
yeah, like that was my expectation. With this topic, I don't think we'll find a lot of people right now. Sure.
Yeah, I think they're having an argument over something
Oh,
related to politics over there.
oops. Mm, okay,
So Phil, can I ask you a question?
sure.
Um, when you, because a lot of people when they start going into atheism a little harder, they, I think it's inevitable that everyone will go through a stage of being a little more radical. Did you ever go through that?
Being a radical,
Closer to the new atheist model,
you should be
like
more
being the
clear.
angry atheist.
Can you be more clear? I'm not getting what you mean.
It's kind of hard. Uh, How do I explain it? Well, when people just leave the religion and start going into the atheist spheres, there's a bit of a radicalization happening towards being the hard atheist model, kind of like Richard Dawkins in his
Yeah,
good era.
they become jerks. Maybe like they could be
Yes.
really aggressive and be jerks. That's
Yeah,
like
we
a yeah.
we call it the atheist hate stage, and it's really common when you deconvert and to get angry more than usual. And a lot of the anger is at ourselves. It takes us a while to come to grips with the fact that we believed in all this silliness for so long. I think that's part of it. Part of it is that we're empowered now, and we're using pathways in our brain that we didn't use before. We're thinking more critically, and yeah, it can be a bit much and can be overwhelming for a while. And it's very common, Julie. Yes.
When it comes to my experience, I already clarified many times in the discussions. I'm a very soft atheist. And yeah, and I also said that I'm leaning towards hard atheism, but not not like radical ones. Maybe in the future. I don't know. I'm not sure. But right now I'm still very soft.
So you never went through that stage, because I think that it's a starting point and then everyone starts to be a little softer,
Really?
but you never went through that.
No,
Yeah.
no. No, I started very soft. Still I'm very soft. But yeah, like leaning towards hard atheism, but still very far from there.
I think you're misunderstanding what maybe what Julie means. Like she means like not like in that sense, like in the sense that like when there's an idea. I don't know how true this is, but like when a lot of people become atheists, they just become real jerks. So they take like really um they could just be assholes to, like Frank. What's the not Frank, not Frank. That one guy that used to come in here all the time.
Horatio.
That was
Horatio.
which one? Who is it?
Horatio.
No, the other the guy with the Jack. Is
Ah,
it Jack?
Jack.
Yeah,
Jackass.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
I think he was like that for a long time.
He never moved on from that stage.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
call them
exactly.
terrorist atheists. That's what I call them. Probably he was always like that. But people are different, right? Some people might start like really harsh because like they are having different problems in their religions, and it was not like that for me. Like I didn't have huge problems, big problems in my religion, and my conversion was so soft, very soft. And but it doesn't even depend on that. Like those people, like Richard Dawkins or Sam Harris, their problem is like sure with religions, but mostly like Islam. They were radical to Islam, I believe. When it comes to probably it's
Yeah.
proportional because Islam can be way more harsh compared to Christianity. At least those are the examples that we see. Maybe that's why they just adjust their hatred, let's say, accordingly.
Sam Harris makes a really good observation, by the way. I don't personally like him, but he does make this really great observation that like there's this weird thing in society, if somebody has some sort of religious experience, we're supposed to respect them and you know, um, but if somebody sees like Elvis, you know, then all of a sudden like we just laugh at them, oh that's just ridiculous. But if somebody said they had like an experience with God, oh we're supposed to respect them or whatever. I just think it's funny. And the other thing is that, he just makes a good point about like how these stories are just so horrific. They're just really terrible stories in the Bible, and like people just kind of hand wave them away, and there's just no reason to do that. Like they're just terrible. Nobody should accept like there's some sort of loving God like reading these stories.
Okay. Hey James, welcome. We're gossiping about you.
Oh, you were? I missed it.
There
What
he
was
is.
What
Yeah.
was said? What was said?
Oh, it was that?
What were people saying?
It was me? It was Paul? That was you? Or I don't remember.
Yeah, I was just saying that you're retiring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I am.
Okay.
So I do have one guest stream coming up. I'm going to do on Skeptic Philosophy's channel,
Oh,
only because I had already made that commitment, and so I'm going to be on there next Saturday, I guess. Other than that, yeah, I'm retiring. I just, I'm not really great at the counter apologetics. I'm never going to be Apologia or Brandon from Mindshift. It's just not my thing. I care more about relationships and how to have progressive or productive conversations. It's whatever. You know what I think about religion. I happen to agree with you. I feel like it's just not something that I'm great at.
you're gonna do that in your channel or in different
Well, I'm
channel?
going to start a new channel where I talk about relationships and
Oh, you should share it
communication.
here. Don't forget to drop the link.
Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, I haven't started the new channel yet, but I will. I'm starting it this week, and I'll be back to you.
You're starting a whole separate channel?
Yeah, here's the thing. Anytime I've ever tried to discuss not religious issues on my channel, people always get bored and tune out. They're just there to hear me talk about the agreement that I have with them about how religions are awful. And so if I try to talk about anything other than that, they like, why am I here? And I appreciate that. Hey, it's a niche. That's why they're there. But that means I need to start a new channel and advertise to new people. And if somebody in that space cares about the issues I care about, that's fine. Come on over. But I can't use that channel to talk about non-religious things because nobody that's there wants to hear it.
Okay. So, anything to say about our topic today, James? So,
Well, I'm not a big fan of Sam Harris either.
oh
The
no,
more I listen,
not Sam Harris. Like you see the thumbnail.
atheist believers and doubt people from uncommon faiths, LGBTQ individuals, anyone who feels discriminated or alone, you're welcome here. Oh, you want me to go to the YouTube channel and see what that one
It's
says?
the same thing. I mean, you will not find more than that. Yeah, like this is a concept that we started last month, just to listen people, the ones that they have problems in their atheism, in their religions, or in their ideologies,
Yeah.
to just trying to open some space just to talk.
Well, sure, it makes sense. I mean, I'm always preaching to the choir, right? I mean, everything that I can say about doubt, about religious faiths, about atheism, about LGBTQIA like, discrimination, you already know what I think because it's what you think. And that's the problem with sharing a space with other reasonable people who are scientifically literate and socially responsible. We're going to agree because we're informed and because we care about issues that affect people's lives. And so the disagreement tends to be with people who aren't scientifically literate or who don't have much compassion or who are not thoughtfully engaged with issues that affect real people's lives. And this tends to be religious fundamentalists, where they're just disengaged with the larger project of humanity because all they know and all they care about is their religious nonsense.
I see.
And if you think I'm wrong in any of those points, give me some pushback, but that's where I'm at.
Oh, we're not here for discussions.
What are we here for?
That's waiting for people with, like, as I said, who are struggling.
Mm. Yeah, it's fair.
This is
We even have Denzel Washington here. He's struggling.
about
What's he
what?
struggling?
Guess with acting or something. I don't know.
Hey,
He said that if
Denzel.
he's an atheist, he won't be able to fly, I guess.
Well, that's true. As an atheist, I can vouch for that.
Yeah.
Okay, Denzel doesn't want to talk.
Bad.
The atheist pigeon.
I think
Hmm.
that would be my one bit of advice for atheists that I feel like we're just divergence about. Because typically in the atheist kind of like ecosystem, they're so hardcore anti like woo, right? Anti ideas about gods or spirituality. Like I can just mention the word spirituality, and 9 out of 10 atheists will cringe, like, like stop right there, right? And the problem with that, and I get it, like I do. The problem with that is then we have all these disenfranchised people that are part of uncommon faiths, right? So they're polytheists or they're Wiccans or whatever else, and they don't feel like they've got an ecosystem of people that they can join hands with, right? They're just as disgusted with Christianity and Islam as we are, but they don't feel like they can join our spaces typically to share in our mutual disdain, our mutual disgruntlement with these religions. Because the moment that they announce themselves as a pagan, a witch, whatever, most of the atheists in that space will go, "Oh, you don't belong here," right?
Oh,
And so they're like, "Fine, I'll just walk away." And I do love that you've got this, that you've included them in the
very good,
invitation.
James. Like,
Yeah.
it's good that you mentioned. But Frank just left before you join. That's not the Frank from YouTube. It's from Free for Talk. I
Yeah.
know Frank for I don't know, for a long time. I see him for a long time here on Free for Talk, but he keeps joining here maybe a year. And or maybe you remember, he believes in soul, and he's an atheist.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I guess I'd push back a little bit on that. I mean, I'm in a Discord server. I've been in for a long time, and they're polytheists in there, and they seem to just do the same type of like anti-atheist rhetoric that religious people do.
Yeah.
It's almost like as if they have some sort of resentment towards atheists, or I don't know. Like I don't know if you ever heard of that guy Ocean. He used to be pretty famous around these like parts, and um, he they invade this atheist Discord that I'm in, and they'll just like just like destroy people over like the word atheist, like if they're really atheist. It's just crazy. I don't know.
sorry, pal. Look,
Um,
I couldn't understand what they do exactly.
well, like like one of the things that they do is the term atheist. You know how you define it.
Mhm.
Well, they'll have like a 7 hour debate with you about it, and they dogpile. They'll dogpile like somebody like you, or if I were to come in and use that, they would just dogpile you and say that's not the definition. There is a definition in the Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy or whatever, and it's ridiculous.
Oh my god.
Sure. And I have thoughts about that, but I don't know if you want to hear them. But I agree. I see the same thing. I think I know what causes it, but I do agree that I see that.
Please share your thoughts.
Fair enough. A part of it is because a lot of people that are like in those fringe or unpopular religiosities, they used to be in a fundamentalist religion and they deconverted from that. It's important to recognize that a lot of people that deconvert from fundamentalist religions don't always go straight to agnosticism or atheism. A lot of them are like, no, I'm gonna be spiritual in some other way, right? And they migrate toward these Wiccan and other types of religions. But the problem is that when you spent your whole life where your brain structure, your social psychology has been developed in a religious fundamentalist environment, then when you stop being a Christian religious or Islamic religious fundamentalist, you still got a fundamentalist way of engaging with the world. And that takes a lot longer to heal from and reorganize with. And so for that reason, these people, they feel like they need connection, right? They can't connect with Christians anymore, for example. And they can't connect with atheists because the atheists don't accept them. Most atheists don't. And so they bond, they find each other in on the internet, and they collect together. And while they're doing that, they're raging against the Christian religion they came from, but they're also raging against the atheists that won't accept them on their way out, right? And so they feel like they've just got to be there for each other because nobody else is there for them, and because they're used to thinking in fundamentalist terms, that still is incentivizing the way that they see themselves in the world, right? And so they get angry with atheists because there's an ego involved, right? And because they've got latent ideas left over from when they used to be Christians, and so they're like, So they keep the same talking points. You atheists are still my enemy because you still insult my ego and you still won't accept me socially. Therefore, I'm going to rage against you with the same armament, the same ammo that I was raging against you with when I was still a Christian, because it's useful for their rhetorical interests, because they're upset that they're not accepted, right? And because they feel this polemic between them and atheists, they're still raging against this perceived adversary. But that wouldn't be such a prominent problem if atheists were more inclusive on average, right? When about people of these less problematic religions, right? It's just to say, hey, you know what? Even though I don't agree with you about Wicca or polytheism or whatever, I still want you to feel safe and welcome in this space, right? Because I recognize that even though I don't share your religious views, you're not my cultural enemy. You're not my adversary, right? We have a common foe of these religious fundamentalist structures and the way that they infiltrate government and undermine our freedoms and liberties, the way that they lower the average IQ of our world. And so let's bond together over our shared interests. But because they don't get met with that kind of receptivity amongst most atheists, it keeps them stuck in that frame of mind where they feel that polemic and then they speak from that space.
Yep. Well, I can at least say confidently that we are opposite here. Well, all type of atheists are okay here, and even like all types of believers are okay here too. And yeah, like only arguments will be here. Not today. I mean, not this time. But sure, people are different, and they have different kind of concepts that they don't believe or they accept. There will be differences always, and we should be getting well. Why not? I mean, we can understand each other, but being the fanatic, being the radical, that discriminates more, and discrimination causes more problems in societies. That's why we are abandoning discrimination.
Right, and I appreciate that. I'd like to see that happen more, even more amongst atheists.
I hope we'll keep doing this at least right now, once in a month. But I don't know. That's a little bit even different concept. Maybe we should be more clear about that.
Yeah, that's fair.
And Frank was a good example, but I'm not saying it just to I don't know, to feel proud here. Like we had discussions here about the soul, the way that he believes in soul, but we were okay. We were so cool about that. I didn't feel like, oh, what kind of an atheist? No, I even didn't think about that. No, it's just okay. Like soul exists doesn't mean God exists, right? So you don't believe in God, that's soul. That's all fucking atheism. You don't believe in God, rest of it, you can believe in anything. Still, you're an atheist. Mm, yep. And yeah, as we share here on the screen, people, it's not all about atheism. It's believers who have doubts and who are just at the edge of conversion. So I know, I see that you guys have problems. Not all of you, but yeah, we can share.
What kind of problems?
Oh, we've got all kinds of normal human problems, right? In fact, I said just the other day, if you're having God problems, I feel bad for you, son. I've got 99 problems, and that bitch ain't one.
Yeah.
Like money problems?
Oh, we already said many times we are not able to help about that right now. Um, that's your problem. Sorry, man. Right now, we cannot help with
It'd be
that.
nice if Jesus could. I beg for Jesus for $1 billion all the time, and I never get it.
Oh, we can
So
pray for that, but not
yeah,
now.
maybe your prayer will work.
We can pray for that.
I can pray for money?
Apparently, in the Bible, it says you can.
Mm, let me try. Give me a second.
Yeah, go for it. And add me in the prayer. I'd like to $1 billion. I could do a lot of good with that.
Okay, okay. Wait. I'm kneeling. I'm opening my Bible. Okay.
Somehow I remember the scene from Jim Carrey's movie where he accepts all the prayers and all people won the lottery, but no one was happy. I hope,
Yeah, he logged into his God computer and gave them all the same answer just to shut them up.
yeah. So I hope like this is not the day when God accepts all prayers. It
But
would
he
help.
gets a lot of spam.
Yeah,
Um,
fair. Yeah, my prayers are going to God's spam folder. That's why I'm not seeing them. So we got somebody over on YouTube that's a religious person talking all kinds of stuff about atheist morals.
Oh, really?
Yeah, JK288. They didn't need to grab the link, grab a microphone, and come in here and. Well, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe that's not what Phil wants to talk about today.
What's he talking about?
Oh, he's talking about that atheist morals are the reason why the world is bad.
Oh no. It's not suitable for the concept today.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Maybe it's somebody who's struggling. Sounds like somebody who's struggling and projecting. Maybe they don't really believe and they're just acting out.
If I had to guess, yeah.
Too bad.
Well, sure, but they're in good company. Maybe reasonable people will wear off on them and they'll grow without realizing it.
Maybe they just need a hug.
Could be. They just need that hug. So yeah, some of the experts that come over on Myth Vision are religious in different ways. Dan McClellan's a Mormon. I'm trying to remember the name of that woman scholar. She wrote The Good Kings. I can remember what she wrote, but I can't remember her name. But she's a polytheist. Like she believes in multiple gods.
Oh,
Oh gosh, what is her name?
Elaine Pagels.
No, I think she is too. But I'm thinking of hold on, the good. Kara Cooney, Dr. Kara Cooney. Really cute, by the way. Very much my type. If you're listening, Kara, holler at me. But yeah, she's a polytheist.
Well, maybe you can pray to one of her gods and she'll send the message, or I don't know. Magic will happen.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Have you ever tried Christianity?
Oh, I have. Yeah, absolutely.
And what happened? Was it okay?
It was not a good experience for me. 1 out of 5 stars would not recommend.
Okay. Okay. But did you win something good or anything?
I almost did. Becky Fritz, when I was 18 years old, really wanted to get married for entirely religious reasons. And man, was she pretty. So I could have won that prize on my way out, but I just didn't want to stay there, so we didn't do it.
You could be really happy with her. But
Oh, I would have been happy, but I'd still be in her religion, and that wouldn't. I'd rather not be. So that's where I'm at. But she was
Yeah,
a.
getting married at 18 sounds like a really bad idea.
It's always a bad idea.
that's a good idea. It's the best idea.
we're not here for the discussion, Pigeon. So,
Excuse me.
but are you struggling in your religion? Maybe you can mention if you have problems.
I'm creating a religion.
You're creating a religion.
Do you want to be part of it?
No.
Please.
Only if
And
we get to fleece the flock.
Yeah, we want a cut of the money and a cut of the women.
Oh, wait, I have one term. Is your God willing to stop all the fucking problems on it?
Me?
If we can, yeah, have an agreement
No,
on that.
I want the world to burn.
Okay.
Good to have goals.
Oh, geez.
We're not following such religions, man.
Come on. What kind of religion do you want?
Okay. Enough trolling. Anyway, so people who are on YouTube, we are not changing rooms here on Free for Talk. And the link is there, and you can understand what's going on here, what's the concept right now. This is not for discussion today in this channel. It's just for speaking about the problems, struggles that you're having, and in these topics that you see on the screen. Yeah.
I don't see anything.
You don't see anything? You're not looking at my screen?
Yeah.
Yes, but I think my country is not allowed to see your screen.
Maybe.
Yeah, my country is not enough for you.
Okay. So my stream is limited in some countries? Wow. Oh, that's weird.
My country.
Dumb.
Have you tried to philo drunk?
What?
Have you tried to, I don't know, to make philosophy in a higher state of mind?
What do you mean?
Like trying to think when you are high. Think about God and morals, ethics,
And
and lighting up a joint or drinking a beer,
and
and you will find the answers you're looking for.
He's
okay.
saying, as opposed to philo sober, have you tried to be philo drunk?
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
he misunderstands what philosopher means. Sure, it's okay. It's a word that I made up. My soberness is about the mindset that I left behind. It doesn't mean I'm sober in the literal sense. Just I believe that I'm thinking more clearly right now because I'm not in religion, and
So you were high on a religion?
I think like having the religions means being high for me. Yeah,
Which religion?
I was a Muslim before.
A what?
Muslim. I was a Muslim.
Ah, okay. Are you allowed to leave Islam?
Are you allowed to? I didn't ask permission from anyone.
You have to ask for permission.
Why?
Otherwise, I I don't know. I think
Yeah,
it's like that.
I will not. I didn't, and I will not. I'm already
So you
out,
are
man.
still so you are still a Muslim.
Okay. Chocolate. Maybe next time. It don't make
Yeah.
any sense. No need to waste the time with you. Yeah, thanks for the likes, people. So, well, maybe we can just try to jump once. We can try.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
We have to tell. I'm gonna close the mics for other people. If they raise the hand, then we can allow them. Yeah, I'm jumping. Okay. Using. That's a fucking mosquito? No way. So, welcome back, people. And
Did you see Okaxi's message?
no.
He said, "Now it's your turn to ask where they're from."
Okay, that's a good idea. No. We keep those informations, especially today. Um, Jill, you have a question too.
Yeah, I was going to explain. My family was mostly Catholic, but I was never really a Catholic. I didn't get baptized or anything. I didn't even. I was never part of the church. I was allowed to have freedom of choice.
That's cool. Oh, let me share that new link. So, people, yeah, if you want to speak, this is the link. And you can learn the purpose of the stream if you're just reading the message on the screen. It's sliding. Oh. Hey, Frank. This is which Frank? Are you there, Frank? Okay, Frank doesn't want to talk. Yeah, well, when I was creating the stream, I was not expecting a lot of people to join. And yeah, that's normal. But at least, yeah, I should thank you, Pal, Julie, Vogue, and Frank, and who was there in the previous room? Oops. Maybe it was just all of you. Thank you. Thank you for the contribution. At least that's like an advertisement for what we think, the way that we think about these subjects. And yeah, I believe like people, at least the ones that hear, they're so open-minded about all these topics. And we welcome the believers to and and sure, like not every ideology. I don't welcome every ideology. But the thing is, yeah, if you are having the problem because of other people, and if you think it's something worth speaking, we can speak. We can try to listen. Like imagine someone joining Julie, someone who is racist, and he's complaining about his problems as being a racist. That would be awkward. I don't know like how to react to that. Um, Since we offer people a space to talk about their problems, their ideologies, a racist can claim that he's being discriminated in his environment. Fuck that. I didn't think about that. Maybe I should fix that one. That's gap that people can use against. So the people who just joined, please read the welcome message so that you can understand what we're doing here. Okay, since there are not many people, I'm gonna give the mic. Harris. Denzel, you're not planning to speak, right? Haley, Imran Khan, Rava. I hope you can understand what you read here in the welcome message. Okay, Manta. Thanks for listening. We don't sound calm like this today. We mostly discuss here. And yeah, this type of stream is rare. We were doing this once in a month. We just started last month. And yeah, since we're not discussing, we are calmer. Okay. Imran Khan was not that much.
Doesn't seem like a very nice person, Imran.
Ah, interesting. Okeanos Helis, thank you for sober. I don't know for what, but you're welcome, Okeanos. And I timed out that Christian guy because of the preaching part.
For a day right before you set him to 10 minutes, but whatever. He's the anti-LGBTQ stuff was a lot for me. And he
Some
doesn't want
he'll
to
get
do
blocked.
anything. He just wants to cause problems here.
It
Who was it?
was a guy who was
K-
just preaching.
JK288.
That person. Okay.
Yeah.
JK sounds like a jackass. Oh, okay. I'll save for 15 minutes more. LGAXI. No, we use AI in a different way. You should check it. You should check it.
There's a great example of this Denzel person in chat is like, the stuff that they're saying, like, do it in four walls, don't export it in public or something like that. That's just part of that like rhetorical like bigotry.
Sorry, you should come again.
It's just what they're saying. They're just saying that like a lot of like anti-gay people will say stuff like that, like just keep it in your home. Don't put it out in public and stuff like
What did
that.
they mean? Like it sounds like gay people are having sex on the street. Like what do they mean exactly?
That's a good
That's-
question. I
that's-
assume that it. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. That's pretty much what you hear from the pulpit, because that's what the Bible teaches, that gay people just burn physically for each other. And you know what? It's just not true. I've known a ton of gay people. They are no more or less under or oversexed than anyone else. It's ridiculous, but they get this from the Bible. Sorry.
Yeah, it's like it's about see like this like it's so vague. It's about culture and being polite in society. Like I don't even understand what he's talking about. You know, he's essentially saying hide. Hide who you are, so we can respect our culture.
But like, well, that can be an arrangement, pal. Let's have an agreement that they should also take whatever they believe into their houses. Like, don't build churches, mosques. Just do that at home. Pray to your God at home. Don't make it outside. There are people that they're praying on the streets, like on airports. Like I mean, the place where people are walking, they just stop and they start praying. Or many other things, like they do it publicly. It's okay. It's free. When it comes to other people, they say, "Oh no, no, don't do it in front of me." What exactly?
Yeah, exactly. Keep your religious stuff to yourself. Don't do
Or
it in
like
public.
kissing, etc. But straight people are also doing it on the street. They're kissing each other on the street.
Heterosexuals kiss each other all the time on the
Yep.
streets. It's ridiculous. Like, how often does this person even see like gay people kissing each other on the streets or holding each other hands? It's just so ridiculous that we're not allowed to do that. Now he calls me an idiot. I'm not religious, you idiot. No, it's just about your bigotry. That's it. About. A good argument.
I'm,
Blah blah blah. Yeah, blah blah blah.
I'm away from my computer. Are we having a problem with a YouTube
No, it's a
commenter?
person in the no, it's a person in our Free for Talk chat.
Oh,
The
in our
Denzel
free for
Washington.
talk chat. Okay.
Yeah, argument he just poses. Yeah, blah blah blah. And then he keeps calling us dumb, but I think he means dumb
Oh come on, man! Like I think that was the best argument so far.
because you dump.
Anyway,
I thought that's a troll, probably. I mean, the name and the
probably.
picture alone.
So
Yeah, he came in trolling, and then when I started pushing back on some of the dumb things that he was saying, he got really upset, and then had to call us dump because you dump. Think you have feelings like a girl. I'm just pushing back against the stupid things you keep saying. Just dumb. You keep saying dumb things.
sorry, guys.
Yeah, that was good.
Now I have blocking syndrome. I cannot help with it.
One more to the list.
Mm-hmm. I hope that list doesn't have limits. That's the
How
day
many
when
do you
I'm
think?
fucked up. How many people on the list?
Yeah, do you think that it's over 1,000?
I'm not sure. Let me check. Hmm. Why did I block her? Do you remember?
Who?
Ally.
I don't remember that name.
It's like it was just in the previous rooms when we were
Oh,
discussing.
recently.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look. Oh my god. Even today, how many people I blocked?
How many did you block today?
Okay, I think there's a limit. It's 300.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Uh,
Welcome, Hardy.
I think, and I don't know how many here. Let me see this. Anyway, there are many, Julie. There are many.
Too many to count.
Yeah, it's like just passing by a cemetery. So okay.
Yeah.
Hey Hardy, did you read
Hey
the
guys.
welcome message?
What did you say?
Did you read the welcome message?
Yeah, that's why I came.
Oh, cool. That's good. So, and you should also read the welcome message before the topic. I mean, you already know the topic. After the topic, yeah, welcome message. So then, yeah, you can engage if you think it's the right place for me.
I've been here before, so
You're doing what? Sorry.
I've been here before. So
Oh, you have been here before, but today we have a different concept. We're not discussing here today.
yeah, that's why I came. Because it was always about gods, right? But today is different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you a believer?
See, I'm an agnostic, I would say.
You're an agnostic. Okay. So,
Yeah.
are you feeling any? Are you experiencing problems because you're an agnostic?
That's the thing. I don't really talk about gods and stuff. So I don't think I've ever faced any problem regarding that.
Okay.
I just pretend. Yeah, there's God. It's hard to argue with people who are believer. And I don't really want to bother myself. That's another reason.
Mm-hmm. I understand.
Yeah, that's understandable.
That's even what I suggest to people, many people, just to pretend if you are not able to change your environment to be safer.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Volk is back.
Have the rest of you ever had to pretend? In some special circumstances, maybe?
Who? Julie? Question
Yeah,
is.
I had to. Yeah, she just asked if we had to pretend at like some point, like if we ever had
Oh,
been in a situation. And yeah, I had to go through confirmation when I was like 16 or 17. My mother made me do it, even though I didn't believe.
Yeah, that sounds horrible.
Yeah.
I still
Well, it was just a
pretend.
formality.
No. What about you, Phil?
I still
Well,
pretend in some cases, Julie.
yeah, sure, I get that.
Hmm.
Woke?
No, I don't pretend. I don't. And, I get looked down on and stuff sometimes from people, but I don't pretend. And I don't look down on people that do either. I mean, I know a guy who has friends that are pastors, and I hope I'm tracking with the conversation right. He's got friends that are pastors, and they have deconverted, and they're still pastoring, because they will lose everything, literally. So yeah, I don't judge other people for that.
That's terrible.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows more than one pastor who's deconverted, and these people will lose everything: social, financial, vocational. They don't have any other training. Even, I mean, what are they going to do?
Even their family, probably.
Yeah, definitely. Especially in some of the, some of these denominations are really tough. Like the JWs they'll ostracize you if you leave the faith. Your family is instructed to throw you out, pretty much.
Okay. So, people, we're not getting any people from YouTube. And let's think positively that no one has problems. That's why no one joined. But yeah, I mean, maybe we can catch people later on. And yeah, some people really like to talk.
Anyway, I got disconnected. Sorry about that.
That's okay. That's okay. I'm just ending right now. Uh, yeah, I don't know how many hours we're streaming today. This is the second stream. And I should rest my poor throat. So, I'll pass the Thanksgiving part. Maybe, yeah, this one, this concept. But yeah, I will thank you again, Pal, Julie, Volk. Yep, for being here.
Thanks, Phil.
We'll keep rolling it. And yep, and people on YouTube, thanks for being here. We're trying this concept, and I think I will keep trying. I will keep trying.
Well, I like it. It's it's like a support meeting for us.
It
We
is.
don't have to deal with the daily BS. It's just nice to get away from it for a bit. Thank you.
It's needed. It's needed, Vogue, and it helps the channel also because they might see like what we do here and our mindset. And
helps me recharge my batteries too.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, talked over you.
That's okay. It's okay. Yeah, like as we always state, like atheist people are so different. Atheism is only about not believing in God, and rest of it just anything can be there. And we are open to all kind of people here. Sure, when we discuss what is getting heated sometimes or mostly, but that doesn't mean like we have hatred towards them. We're not an enemy of anyone. We're just trying to share our opinions, and that's all. And yeah, we want to have an environment where people feeling good, not stressful, not under stress or threat, just because they feel differently, just because they behave differently, just because they're different. No, that shouldn't be the case. And yeah, like there's some exceptions. I mean, I don't want to make a joke here. I mean, I could do, but not here this time. But yeah, we can use the examples that I have given. Like there are things that yeah, we have some lines, and yeah, we don't appreciate those things. But yeah, those are also discussable, but not today. Yeah, once in a month, Julie. Thanks for reminding also. So, care, all people, and see you. I don't know exactly, but yeah, this week I said I'm planning to go live less. Maybe this week, maybe I'm not gonna go live. But let's see. I don't know. I'm not sure. I feel empty when I don't go live. Yeah. Anyway, take care. See you. Have a good one.